Hello, this is the video for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of the week after spring break. I couldn't do videos last week, and I'm really sorry about that if you rely on them. So I'm going to try to do everything together here, and you can watch this video just one time to understand the whole part of the week, the whole week that we did. So it's based around this video, Feast, which is a really great movie. It's about 8 minutes long. It's on Vimeo. So the first thing you're going to want to do is press pause on this video and watch Feast, because that will inform everything that we talk about in our stems. So pause, watch the video, and then come back to this video. So on Monday, we watched the video and then we talked about main idea. That's what we do on Mondays in the film festival. We spend Mondays thinking about what is it trying to tell us? What's the message? For this film, we ended up talking a lot about relationships and the way that the relationship changes between the man and the dog as the dog learns that he needs to give the man what the man needs. So it's a lot about sacrifice. There's a lot there about selflessness, and we talked about all of those things in class. In your big Google Doc, you'll reveal your understanding of the film. The stem this week is different. It's similar, but it's a different construction. We're going to be doing kernel sentences for a few weeks in a row. It's a challenging construction, and we've been preparing for it all semester. And now I know you're ready. So if there's a little bit of confusion, just hang in there, because it is different. A kernel sentence is a tiny, simple sentence. I give it to you, and then you expand it as much as you can. You need to build at least one other clause with the simple sentence. So you can't just add adjectives. You have to take that concept and you have to add a comma somewhere. We've done a lot of comma-based sentences now. We've done sentences that start a second phrase using cause, but, so. We've done sentences that start with the phrases before, after, since, even though, although, whenever. A lot of our starter words that connect the stem in. I'm not giving you the connectors this time. You create them. The stem can be at the end of the sentence, at the middle of the sentence, or at the beginning of the sentence. And I'd like to see you move it around so that you've got different ways that you're using my stem. Each day you'll do 3 sentences, just like always. For example, I can give you the stem, a stray dog starts the film with no home. And you have to build 3 sentences around that. So you could write, a stray dog starts the film with no home, but he is adopted by a man who becomes his best friend. And then maybe you move it to the middle. The film centers on a stray dog who starts the film with no home, and his owner. And then maybe you move it to the end. Feast is about letting relationships change, and this is revealed when the stray dog starts the film with no home. So the kernel is just that. It's a tiny kernel that you're going to pop into a full sentence. You have to use a comma. So what that means is here, check your sentences for a comma. If there is not a comma, you either forgot it, go back and add it, or you just kept a simple sentence and you forgot to add a completely new phrase. So today's stem is this. A bachelor misses his ex-girlfriend. Now remember, this is about feasts. I'm not asking for you to think about this in general. I'm asking you to show me your understanding of the film and do so using this stem. Tuesday, we did the same film, but instead we focused on the notes that we gave here, that I gave everybody. We focused on lighting techniques and a little bit on sound. So as before, whenever we take notes, I give some terms, and then your classmates filled them in. And we talked about applying them to the film. So we looked at key light, which is the main light of the scene. It's like the spotlight. Hard light, which is when really harsh shadows are cast by the film. And that's different from soft light, where everything is what it sounds like. It's sort of soft and golden. And then high contrast lighting, which is a mix of key lights and hard lighting. It's got strong contrasts. So in this film, we applied those concepts. There's lots of hard lighting, and there's lots of key light on the dog. Over time, as we discussed, the light sort of softens. And in the final moments of the film, when the dog is with the whole family, that light has now dispersed to be over everybody. It's a massive change from the very beginning, where the dog is the only one in the light. So we talked about how that lighting deepened the message of the film, that the dog had to go from being selfish and only seeing himself and his needs to realizing that the people in his life, especially his owner, were struggling, and to help them reach some better place in their lives. That's what allowed the light to stretch to everybody. We talked about sound too. We didn't use the terms that I'll teach next week, but we noticed how the music really stops in the moments where the man is depressed because his partner has left him. And then it picks up when Winston is running through the kitchen, about to deliver the parsley to the ex-girlfriend. So lighting and sound deepen the message. You can take that wherever you want as the person listening to this today. Wednesday, we practiced more with music, and we used music videos to do this. So we kept in the spirit of feast and the music that we were talking about on Tuesday, and instead we moved into music videos. So we looked at Thriller. It's not on the slides, but we ended up looking at that because it was a student choice. And then Prince Ali was the centerpiece of my class that day, so from Aladdin. We just looked at how the music captured the story, and how all good music does that, actually, especially soundtracks that you hear attached to a film. So what your task is for that day, I'll show you, was to first define the fantastical, the way that movies play with fantasy and wish fulfillment, and then to build 3 sentences around this stem. Music tells the story. There's your 3 stems. A bachelor misses his ex-girlfriend, lighting and sound deepen the message, and lastly, music tells the story. Thursday, you can use this if you like. I made a budget template and we talked about budgets. But if you're watching this video, we didn't get to it in third block, so it's really just a gift for you if you need a budget template. Thursdays are always about you and things you might need. So this is from me to you for you to have. And that is the week of April 12th. All right, I've already posted the video for Monday the 19th, so hopefully I can get